Welcome back, everyone. We have an update from Citizens Inc., trades on the New York Stock Exchange under the symbol CIA. It's a diversified financial services company providing living benefits and final expense insurance and other financial products to individuals and small businesses in the U.S., Latin America, and Asia. Please welcome Vice Chairman and CEO Gerald Shields, as well as CFO Jeff Conklin. Nice to see you, gentlemen.
Great. Nice to join with you all today. I'm a little bit jet lagged. I just got back from Antarctica.
Wow.
So I'm still trying to get my sea legs or my land legs underneath me here. But it's good to join you all today.
You getting them dialed in with life insurance up there?
To be honest with you, I got several penguins to buy policies.
Wow. Well, we'll hear about that on another call, but give us your update and then we'll jump into some questions.
Okay. Well, as Anna said, we're a diversified insurance company. We specialize in whole life and in what we call endowment products and the final expense. We're a global company. We're in over 70 countries, and we also have a big domestic footprint. We release earnings next week, so I have to be very, very, very careful how far I wander out into the numbers and everything. But we're very excited where the company is. The company is probably in a better financial position and a better growth position than it has been in like 20 years. And right now, we're very focused on managing our growth. It's been a little bit different for us this year compared to like 4 or 5 years ago. The growth is remarkable. We have a unique product that we're doing in our domestic business where we are growing that, the final expense product, and we have a unique offering. We're able to do white label for smaller agencies. And we're really excited about that and busy trying to manage that growth. Our international business is doing really well. Like I said, we're in 70 countries, mostly in South America, but also in Taiwan. Our unique offering is that we deal in U.S. dollar denominated products. So we collect U.S. dollars, so we don't have currency translation problems. And we also return the accumulated value in U.S. dollars. And when you're in an economy like Argentina with 200% inflation, being able to protect your wealth and being able to protect your assets in U.S. dollars is a big driver. So that's really what we're about. We're headquartered in Austin, Texas. I think that's it for my prepared statements, and then be happy to take questions that you may have about the company.
For sure. Talk a little bit about what your biggest revenue growth drivers in 2024 will be.
I think 2 or 3 things. One is the domestic business, the U.S. final expense business. That is probably our biggest revenue driver for this year. That we're growing distributors, they're independent agents and agencies. That is a tremendous opportunity for us. That plus we're growing distribution in the international market. We've always had dedicated independent agents. They're independent working for us internationally. But now we're getting in with bigger brokers and brokerage opportunity in our international market. That brings bigger distribution networks to you. So rather than go sign up 3 or 4 agents here, we go sign up 3 or 4 brokers that bring 600, 700 agents to you.
Herman Chavez asks, what has your growth rate been as far as customers generating revenue, not necessarily assets under management over the past 2 years? And can this be expected going forward?
Yeah, so I can't really tell you what the growth was last year because next week we release financials. So I need to be careful on that. But traditionally, we've grown the international market 6 to 7% per year. We're not going to maintain that. We're going to blow well past that because of what we're doing with growing distribution. So I would think our growth rate you'll see will accelerate.
Mark Marino wants you to talk a little bit more about that, the international growth. Are you focused there more so than domestically? And in what regions internationally are you focused?
Okay, great question. So, we're fighting on both fronts. We want to grow both markets. So it's interesting the fact that they kind of hedge each other and protect us. And by having this diversity about the international growth and the U.S. growth, we're a more stable company. So we're going to grow in both areas. We have a much bigger block of business internationally, so that may not grow percentage-wise as fast, but actual dollars could be much greater. So we're going to grow in both of them. In the international, we're not interested right now in going to other countries. We don't need to, because we have, 3% penetration, say, in Colombia. So why do I need to go to another country? I just want to double or triple the penetration in those countries. So that's what we're doing. We're concentrating in about a dozen countries that we do business in now that really have market potential. I would like to see us, when we look at first-year sales revenue, I think you're going to end up seeing us transition to where first-year sales, we're going to be increasing more in the domestic market than we're in international. But that's because it's a smaller market we're growing.
Okay. And Curtis Burke asks, what's your biggest tool to bring in brokers and agents? Is it higher than average payouts or other reasons? Talk about it.
That's a great question. I think there's three things. So, and this is really true whether it's international or domestic. But I think one is our reputation and our brand is very solid. It's a good brand. It's a good reputation. So I think that's one thing that helps us. Domestically, we're growing these brokers and these agencies, and we're not doing any advertising. They're coming to us because they know what we offer. I think a second thing is we pride ourselves in not making the products over complex, making really good products that resonate with people. We don't want the average customer having to have a master's degree in insurance to be able to understand the product. And that's where some companies fail. They over-engineer a product. So we really simplify the product and offer it for a good price. And the third thing is we offer good commissions and we pay promptly. Those all resonate into a complete package, a complete offering to companies. And brokers are looking for people they trust right now. They're looking for people who are going to be here tomorrow. They're looking for people who don't get so complex that they can't get agents to sell it. That's really what we're doing.
Greg asks, is your product catalog growing or is it static? What's happening in 2024?
So we're always looking at new products. And over the last couple of years, over the last 3 years, we put out like 24 new products. We have about 3 or 4 products this year, new products. We've already introduced one new product. Okay. And so we will continue to put 3 or 4 products, a product every quarter, basically, is what we're doing across our market.
Cody Hebden says, beyond offering a USD-based product internationally, does Citizens have other competitive attributes that help position you against international competitors like Fidelity, Pan America, et cetera?
Yes, I think 2 or 3 things. One is the contract that we have for our agents is a very good contract. They're able to make good returns. They're getting paid in US dollars, and they are set up in a business that they can grow their own business. They can accumulate good wealth if they'll stay with us for 5 to 10 years. That's very appealing to people. The type of people that we're recruiting into our agencies, these agencies are entrepreneur type people who they want to build something to leave and accumulate generational wealth.
And last question, you can close on this, Gerald. Talk a little bit about other companies pursuing your markets, who your competitors are, and what your competitive advantage is.
Okay, so in the international market, there's people like you said, Fidelity and some of these, but most of them are not offering like products and definitely not in the dollar denominated. So we have very few real competitors in the exact same niche that we're in. In the U.S., to some extent, I almost say is who isn't a competitor? I mean, go watch television and see all the ads for insurance companies. But I think because of what we're doing with the type agencies we're going after the $30 to $50 million insurance agency. The big guys like New York Life, AIG, MetLife, they're not catering to those people. So they're going against people who are bringing 500 million. That leaves this niche market that we're in there kind of by ourselves. We get 5 to 10 calls per day from agencies saying, we want to sell your product, because they don't have a lot of people fighting at that. One guy told me, he says, I've been doing this for 35 years. I've always been a little tiny fish in a huge ocean. Now I'm a big fish. That's what we're offering. And that's the reason we think we'll do very well there.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this update. We want to see you again in the future. And I guess go get some rest.
All right. Take care.
Thanks,
Bye.
gentlemen. Okay, everyone, stay with us. We'll be right back with Neat.